Hello everyone, and yes, I am wearing a towel in my hair because I just got out of the shower. And so first of all, I'm really sorry that I haven't posted a video in a while. It's been really busy, and I figure no one really watches my videos anyways. I just mostly post these videos for sort of my own comfort. Like I just feel like I have to let these videos out just to show the very few people that watch them. But anyways, I'm being a little quiet because it's kind of late at night. Anyways, so this video is going to be about the very basics of makeup, like what I would suggest you put into a basic makeup kit. Okay, so first, I'm going to start with the eyes. For the eyes, for the basic makeup kit, I would just simply suggest an eyeliner, a mascara, and 3 shades of eyeshadow. This isn't like a beginner's makeup kit. Don't get it confused with beginners. It's just the very basics, the foundations of makeup. What you need to just make a very natural, flawless face. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the eyeshadows. For the eyeshadows, I would suggest getting 3 different colors. There are only 3 colors that you really need to create a sort of a very basic, neutral, everyday look. And that is a dark taupey brown. You need a dark taupey brown color, sort of for the outer corners and for the crease. And you would need a sort of bronzy color for nighttime looks, in case you want to sort of oomph it up a little, give it a little more drama for nighttime. And for the daytime, for neutral, you would need a nudie champagne-y color. It depends on what kind of looks you want to go for. If you want to make it frosty or just very nudie, very cream, and the consistency, like the formula of the eyeshadows, really your choice, whether it's powder or cream. But those are the 3 main colors that I would suggest to create sort of a I would use the nude color just as a sort of base for my lids, and then I would put the sort of bronzer color and the taupe brown color over it, just creating a very nice basic look. And let's see. For the eyeliner, there are three kinds of eyeliners that most people use. I don't know if there are any other kinds. There is pencil, there is gel, and there is liquid. And I actually use a gel liner these days a lot. I find them really comfortable. I use the Maybelline gel liner in black, in the darkest black they have, I think. But a lot of people find pencil liners to be the most comfortable. So I would suggest getting, well, it depends. If you have smaller eyes, I would suggest getting a white pencil eyeliner as well as a black one. And but if you don't have smaller eyes, if you already have big eyes and all you need is just a little bit of drama to add to the eyes, I would suggest getting just a black or brown pencil liner. And but you don't have to get a pencil liner. A gel or liquid liner is fine, but for a basic everyday look, I would suggest gel or pencil. And for mascara, depending on the types of lashes, if you have sort of thinner, shorter lashes, I would suggest getting a volumizing mascara. And if you just have regular lashes, you could get a lengthening just to oomph up the level a little bit. Make it longer, lengthening. That's what lengthening mascara is for. And I would just get in a simple black color. And the mascara I am using for a very natural everyday look right now is the what's it called? It's by Maybelline, and it's waterproof, because I use waterproof mascara because I have kind of oily eyelids. I have a bit of oily skin. But that brings me to my next makeup product, which is foundation. Now, you don't need to use foundation if you're like a teenager like me, but obviously if you're an adult, you might like to use a little coverage. And just because you're a teenager doesn't mean you don't have to wear foundation. You can. But for teenagers, I would suggest a tinted moisturizer, or just, I don't know, I don't use a foundation, so I don't really know. Sometimes I use powder if my face is being oily and stubborn. and I just use a loose powder over my concealer. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. For concealer, if you have acne, I would suggest investing a little for the cover-up. I use a MAC Select cover-up. I actually have it right here. MAC Select cover-up. As you can see, the bottle is still quite full, even though I have been using it for about 4 or 5 months now. But I don't use it all the time. I only use it like sometimes, and only when my acne is being extra stubborn. So that is that. So for face, I have a light, something to give you light coverage if you need, a loose powder, and a cover-up. I really like the MAC Select cover-up, but if you feel that if you feel like your face is way too oily, or you just have normal skin and you don't want something too creamy, like this is it's a very liquidy formula. It dries on. What I suggest you do is just open it if you're planning to use this, because MAC also has a different cover-up that comes in a little pot, and those are a bit of a heavier, creamy texture, and you just sort of use it with a brush to your under eye circles, dark areas, and your like pimples and stuff. But if you're planning to use a Select cover-up, I would suggest just opening the lid and then pouring it out into like a I use a brush, but you can also use your fingers. Squeezing just a tiny bit out into the brush, and then just applying it, but not blending it out just yet. Just sort of giving it a minute to sort of sit and let it turn into a creamy, thicker texture before you start blending it out. Because otherwise it just it doesn't blend very well. Like, you know how when you're trying to use cover-up or some sort of liquid makeup and you're blending it, but it blends too much, so it just it doesn't really add very much coverage. That's what this can do if it's too liquidy for your skin. So I would suggest waiting a little bit to give it a thicker coverage. And okay, that's all for the face. Oh wait, no, that is not all for the face. Also, for the basic look, I would suggest getting a blush. I think blushes, it just adds a great pop of color to your skin, especially if you're feeling a little bit paler in the morning. It's just part of it's just what I would consider part of the basic kit. So for blushes, it depends on what kind of skin you have, if you want to use powder or a cream, or I use a cheek tint, which they don't make your skin too oily, but they don't dry out your skin either. Don't get a shimmering blush for the first time. If you're getting a blush for the first time, I would suggest just getting a matte rosy color. Rosy sort of pinky colors are the best for all skin tones. And I think that is it. Oh, and also I would suggest you don't have to fill your eyebrows in if you don't want to, but I would just suggest getting like an eyebrow brush or a comb just to sort of groom them up a little bit, neaten them up before you go to school. Or not, if you're not a teenager. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, which has gotten a little longer than I meant for it to. And this is just a random video, random talking video.